Welcome back to the channel. I'm standing next to the 2023 Kia Niro EV. This is the Wave trim. Let's talk about pricing here for the Niro EV. Starting price is at $44,460, including destination, also with the options that this vehicle has. This one stickers for $46,760. If you guys are on the market for a Kia, be sure to check out Dade Kia and ask for Cello. He will get you into your next vehicle. Let's talk about the exterior styling here for the Kia Niro EV here. This is the full-on electric vehicle. Kia does offer a gas-only model, a plug-in model, and then they offer this full-on EV like I just mentioned. So as you guys can see here, this one does have the full LED headlights, which I think looks very premium compared to the cheap-looking halogen headlights, but this is just a small nitpick for me. I think Kia should have made the full LED headlights as standard equipment, with this being an all-new generation. As you guys see, like I mentioned, they're gonna be a stacked design with an automatic one high beam, LED turn signal with an LED daytime running light. Very clean-looking design here, with it having the full LED headlights. And there's going to be LED fog lights here at the lower part of the bumper with front parking sensors. I like the nice white with the gray, also with the black painted trim here and there. This grille does have this nice pattern, also nice style to it. And you guys can see here, I do have the hood kind of cracked open here, but let's take a look underneath here and see if this vehicle offers a frunk. And yes, it does. It's going to be very small, but you can still see the components for this electric vehicle because it wasn't a full-on design EV vehicle, because Kia still offers a gas and also a plug-in variant like I just mentioned. So very small trunk here, and it does offer this cargo net just in case you guys want to put something in here. But closing this back, and you guys are wondering where's the charge port door. Kia cleverly hid it here. Once you press that over there, it does reveal the J1772 plug there, also with a DC fast option there. We'll talk about the charge time a little later on in the actual video, but it is nice that Kia hides this very well. You can barely see it, and down here is going to be for the driver's assistance tech with more of that aluminum painted trim there. But shutting the hood back, but let me know what you guys think about the exterior styling here for the Niro EV. I think the EV model looks a little bit more premium or upscale, like I mentioned. But looking at the side profile here, this has a 107-inch wheelbase with an overall length of 174 inches. So it does have some really good dimensions in this segment. Looking at these tires and wheels here, not a big fan of the rim design here on this EV model, but I know it's for aerodynamic purposes. These are a 215/50 tire. They're also wrapped in this 17-inch rim design with a nice gloss black and chrome finish to it. And this vehicle does have 5.9 inches of ground clearance. More gray painted trim here on the side panels, even at the lower part of the door panel there. There's this unique looking LED side marker here on the mirror cap. More of that gray painted trim on the door handles, around the window trim, with these gloss black roof rails here, which is for aerodynamic purposes. And this has a standard size sunroof. And this area right here is going to push air around the vehicle for a coefficient drag and whatnot. So it's going to be really slippery cutting through the air. There's these full LED brake lights here, and the turn signals are going to live down here with the reverse lights, which are full LEDs. There's a Niro badge, the Kia name, which is spelled out here, and of course there's no visible exhaust trim because it's a full-on electric vehicle. And there's rear parking sensors. Press this button here, it does have a power opening tailgate. Once it opens up, it reveals 22.8 cubic feet of space. And to fold down the rear seats, just reach over here, and my book bag is there. But Kia says once you fold down the rear seats, that expands the cargo to 63.8 cubic feet of space. And there are some full LED lights back here if you guys are in a non-lit area. And underneath this portion here, Kia does give you a fix-a-flat kit instead of a spare tire. Before getting into the interior of the Kia Niro EV here, let's take a look at the key fob here for the Niro. Traditional detonator style key. There's a lock, unlock, a trunk release, a panic button, and there's a remote start with the smart park feature. To engage that, just lock the vehicle here and hold this button down there. And keep in mind, guys, it's an electric vehicle, so the vehicle's already started. I'm pretty sure you guys can use the Kia Connect app in order to remote start your vehicle, set the climate controls and whatnot. But to move the vehicle forward here, let's press this button right here. You guys see the lights will turn on and the vehicle will move forward with me not being in the car. So that's a cool party trick if you guys want to show off to your actual guests. And I can let my finger off that button and I can move the vehicle forward and back. Once again, there's someone inside the vehicle, but I'm gonna be quiet for a split second so you guys can hear that chime. That lets pedestrians know that the vehicle is in reverse or moving. But walking up to the vehicle is locked here. And to unlock it, Kia puts a sensor behind the door handle. And this interior is very well laid out, even though it has this black interior. I like the nice, massive 10.25-inch display screens for the driver and also for the infotainment system. But getting into this vehicle, like I mentioned, it does offer 5.9 inches of ground clearance. But once I get inside and put my foot on the brake, the vehicle is ready to go. And shutting the door here, you guys, once again, are greeted by these large display. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Very responsive screen. I like the way that it looks. It reminds me of the EV6, which is its bigger sibling in the Kia's lineup. Let's talk about the materials here on the door panel. It's gonna be a nice soft touch material. There's 2 person memory seats. There's your mirror lock controls and there's your window controls. It is automatic up and down only for the driver and passenger. There's your illumination switch here, your trunk release, traction control, with this manual tilt and telescoping wheel, which offers good range and adjustability. This is the same steering wheel that's off the EV6. This is for your regenerative braking here. You also have, I think, 4 different settings here. There's the iPedal is on, which gives it that Tesla or Mercedes-like feel. It brings the vehicle to a complete stop. Nice leather on the steering wheel here. Over here is for your driver's assistance tech, adaptive cruise control, the Kia logo. There's your drive mode selector here, which shows you normal, sport, and eco. And over here is going to be for your voice controls. The wind wiper stock feels very high quality. Also the turn signal stock as well. Sadly, it does not give you that blind view camera, but it does come equipped with blind spot monitoring. The materials on the dash have this nice rubber like material, which feels very premium. I'm pretty sure it's like a recycled material if I'm not mistaken. I like the nice lighting in this vehicle, which has like this orange. It does glow a red here and there, and it's around the actual shift knob here as well. Switch over to the left. Put the vehicle into reverse, it does reveal a backup camera. Of course, there's trajectory with distance markers, and there's that chime again to let pedestrians know that the vehicle is in reverse. Switch it over to neutral very gently and over to drive, and to go into park, you just click P. There's 3-level heated and cool seats here, heated steering wheel function, auto hold, electronic parking brake, which is here. You can access the camera via this button here. This is how you turn the vehicle on and off. A lot of gloss back trim throughout this vehicle here. 2 cup holders. It's going to be nicely padded here on the armrest. Open it up, it does reveal a very shallow storage. My keys and my wallet is in there, and these look like the same seats out of the EV6. They do feel really good, but the upper portion on my back doesn't feel too well when I'm trying to get a good seating position. So I recommend that you guys try the seats out for yourself. Above me is going to be full LED lights throughout this interior with this little LED slit there. There's the SOS button, the Kia Connect. Open this up, it does let more light and air into the cabin once you open the sunroof. And to customize this display here, press this button here. It shows you your information, your compass, tire pressure. So it is somewhat customizable. And this area right is going to be nicely padded, which has this cloth like material here. More gloss black trim, large storage here, and with a little bit of cup holder space there. But overall, the interior of the Niro is very EV6 like, and I like the way that Kia put this interior together. It does feel very high quality, very upscale in this interior. Looking at the interior space of the Niro here, it's not like the larger EV6, but it does offer tons of interior space in this vehicle, with this black interior with a nice white exterior, also with the gray painted trim here and there for the outside. But looking at the materials here, it's gonna be the same Carrier material, pretty decent material with this aluminum accented door handle here. The switchgear feels really good, and there's this nice speaker cover here, which has this plastic finish to it, and there's some cup holder space here in the actual door pocket. It's gonna be this nice rubber-like material here, which is really premium to touch. But getting into this vehicle, like I mentioned, it does offer 5.9 inches of ground clearance. I don't have any foot space underneath the driver's seat, but I could lift it up. But there is also 2 map pockets back here with the charging ports being in the actual seat backs. There's your air vents here, and above there's a standard size sunroof. The lighting in the interior is going to be a full LED, which is very bright, with this grab handle on both the driver and passenger. Pulling this armrest down here, it does reveal 2 cup holders. And sadly, the seats do not have a recline function, but you can lay them down to get maximum cargo space. And the seats do feel very plush and very supportive. Overall, the back seat of the Niro here, even though it's a smaller vehicle, it does offer tons of interior space. We're going to talk about the powertrain specs here for the Niro here, but I'm going to show you guys the front once again to show you guys how small it is. You probably can put the mobile charger in this actual front here, but open up the charge door here. We're gonna talk about the actual specs for this vehicle. This uses Kia's 64.8 battery pack here with a 150 kilowatt motor, making 201 horsepower. And on a 240 volt, Kia says this vehicle will charge in around 7.5 hours. Me personally, I would do that if I'm staying home for the rest of the day or if I'm sleeping. But you guys can DC fast this car, and Kia says from 10 to 80%, it will take around 45 minutes. And on a full battery, this vehicle will go 253 miles on a full charge. In the real world, guys, I actually got 268 miles. So it actually beats what the EPA suggests on paper. And this vehicle can tow 1,600 pounds. As it sits here, it weighs around at 3,700 pounds. I'm back behind the wheel of the Niro here. Now this is the EV model, so it's going to be their full electric vehicle. This uses Kia's 64.8 kilowatt hour battery pack and a 150 kilowatt motor, giving this vehicle 201 horsepower. So I were to deploy the accelerator here, you guys can feel the power. It's instantaneous torque and horsepower because it's just an electric vehicle. I think I've driven all models of the Niro now. I think I drove the gas, the plug-in variant. If you guys remember, please let me know in the comment section, because I really don't remember. I've driven so many cars over the last few months or over the last year or so. So I'm not really sure if I drove the plug-in or the gas one, but I'm pretty sure that I did. The EPA says on a full charge, this vehicle will get 253 miles. Right now I'm looking at 252 miles. When I got the vehicle in the beginning, when I got it from the dealership, this vehicle was saying I have over 260 plus miles. So you actually get better range than what the EPA says on paper. So this vehicle gets better range in the real world, which is very important, especially for you anxiety range drivers out there that's a little scared to buy an electric vehicle. But it does say really good range here. But to put the vehicle into a sport mode here, just press this button here on the steering wheel, which is very simple, just like its bigger sibling, the EV6. I'm going to turn off the traction control. It's off. I'm going to brake torque it, see if that does anything. Once you get over 40 miles an hour, you feel the horsepower for this vehicle. But if you're already at speed, you know, the vehicle, it feels a little bit more powerful. But the acceleration feel of this vehicle is really good. Of course, the electric vehicle does have that instantaneous torque. My model also comes equipped with a heads-up display, these massive 10.25 inch displays here that you can customize for the driver, and this infotainment system here for, you know, for the rest of the passengers in this vehicle. You can also connect your phone. It's not wireless, it's going to be used to the wire. You also have the same panel like the EV6. If you press this button here, then you can mess with the climate controls, the upper portion, mess with the maps and whatnot. That's 3-level heated and cool seats. The cool seats blow somewhat of a good amount of air, but right now it's not really hot outside. It's like 73 degrees outside, so there's no really there's no need for the cool seats. But me personally, I have them on just to keep me just a little bit cold, because it was cold this morning. But visibility wise, out of the Niro here, it's really good. You also have good sight lines. This pillar here is just a little thick, but you can see around it well. There's blind spot monitoring. It doesn't have the blind view camera like the EV6, which is its larger sibling. But let's come to a stop here, and I do have it on its one pedal drive, so it will bring the vehicle to a complete stop, just like a Tesla or a Mercedes, just like some of the other EVs on the market. And that car is discontinued. Goodbye to the Stinger. And the traction control is still off, but once you get past 40 miles an hour, you feel the power of this vehicle. But if you're already at speed, you hit the accelerator, you're gonna go. It feels quick, don't get me wrong, guys. And this vehicle weighs around 3,700 pounds. And Kia says this vehicle can also tow 1,600 pounds, so it's pretty capable of towing. But keep in mind, it will impact the range. Electric vehicles, we haven't gotten that far into technology where that it won't affect the range. If you're towing something, look at the F-150, guys. That thing drops the range of that pickup truck significantly because it's towing a massive load. And you guys can hear real quick, that chime, that's letting pedestrians know that the vehicle is in reverse. Right now, with the vehicle being in the sport mode, it's saying that I have 232 miles until the battery is completely dead. But if I switch to drive modes here, if I go into eco, I'm at 246, normal, I'm at 239. So you guys can just mess with the different drive modes and see. But if I were to floor it in eco, it still feels pretty quick, but it feels quicker in the sport mode, of course, because you have that full acceleration feel, once you have it in sport mode. But I like everything about the Niro here. It offers good warranty, good technology, which the previous generation was lacking. And the back seat offers plenty of space for you and your family, especially on a long road trip. Plenty of cargo space. The sight lines, once again, are pretty good. There's a standard size sunroof. I wish Kia would have offered a panoramic option. That would have been nice for the rear passengers to give them a good view as well. Maybe for the next generation they might offer that, but keep in mind this vehicle is at a price point. The EV6 is going to be a little bit more expensive compared to this model here, which is around $46,000, which I think is very affordable. I think it doesn't qualify for the $7,500 federal tax credit since it's built in Korea, if I'm not mistaken. If you guys know, let me know in the comment section down below, because there's so many laws with the tax credit now. It's just ridiculous nowadays. With that being said, the seat comfort in here, me personally, the upper part of my back, I find it to be a little bit uncomfortable. So if I was you guys, please test out the seats, because me personally, I just can't get too comfortable because they're not holding me the way that I would like to be holding in the seat. But with that being said, once again, the Niro here offers good warranty, great acceleration once you have it in sport mode, good technology, nice features that will wow your passengers, which is that smart park feature. But overall, once again, I think the Niro is a good pick if you're looking to save money over the EV6. After spending time with the 2023 Kia Niro EV, this vehicle offers great acceleration since it has that battery pack. Compared to the combustion engine, I would say the electric way is the best way to go. It does offer good range, good technology. So me personally, I would consider this a mini EV6, especially being that it has the nice interior like the EV6 and that it also offers that electric range. With that being said, hope you guys have enjoyed this full review here on the 2023 Kia Niro EV. Be sure to check me out on Instagram at DriveOnReviews. Hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications, and I will see you all in the next review.